You can come. Yes, sure. Yeah, you can come, pull up a chair here, sit, and you can sing.
I wanted to ask you. One is that Ve Pragat Kripala Din Dayala. The other one is Payoji Mene Ram Ratan.
Payoji. That's very nice because it's.
People relate to it.
Yes.
Pragat Kripala is a little bit different.
Yes. Come here. Yeah. Yeah, yeah. You also want to sing?
No, I thought we can hear some poetry like this.
Poetry you'll hear on the last day. Or so much time you spend with her, you can listen anytime.
You have a mic on?
You can get a chair.
No, yes, sir.
You want to stand? You want to stand or sit?
I'm all right.
Okay. Om Namah Shivaya.
Today being a Ram Navami, Ramji's, I actually wanted to sing Ve Pragat Kripala Din Dayala at 12 o'clock when Ramji's birth happens, but that situation was such, I felt a little shy. So, but I'll sing another Ram bhajan. Meera bhajan actually, Meera. पायो जी मैंने राम रतन धन पायो, पायो जी मैंने राम रतन धन पायो, पायो जी मैंने वस्तु अमोलक दी मेरे सतगुरु, वस्तु अमोलक दी मेरे सतगुरु, कृपा कर अपनायो, पायो जी मैंने राम रतन धन पायो, पायो जी मैंने खर्च न खूटे चोर न लूटे, खर्च न खूटे चोर न लूटे, दिन दिन बढ़त सवायो, पायो जी मैंने राम रतन धन पायो, पायो जी मैंने जन्म जन्म की पूंजी जोड़ी, जन्म जन्म की पूंजी जोड़ी, पल में सभी गवायो, पायो जी मैंने राम रतन धन पायो, पायो जी मैंने सत की नाव खिवटिया सतगुरु, सत की नाव खिवटिया सतगुरु, भवसागर तर आयो, पायो जी मैंने राम रतन धन पायो, पायो जी मैंने मीरा के प्रभु गिरधर नागर, मीरा के प्रभु गिरधर नागर, हर्ष हर्ष यश गायो, पायो जी मैंने राम रतन धन पायो, पायो जी मैंने राम रतन धन पायो, वस्तु अमोलक दी मेरे सतगुरु, वस्तु अमोलक दी मेरे सतगुरु, कृपा कर अपनायो, पायो जी मैंने राम रतन धन पायो, पायो जी मैंने राम रतन धन पायो.
Very nice. Give it to her. Yeah. Very nice. You want to sit? Rock is standing.
गाऊं निस दिन गाऊं मंगल नाम, निस दिन गाऊं मंगल नाम, श्री राम जय जय राम, Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram, Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram. Swami Jagaचा Satya Shivaचा Ram Raghuvar पतित जनांचा भक्ताना देई विश्राम. श्री राम जय जय राम, श्री राम जय जय राम. निस दिन गाऊं मंगल नाम. श्री राम जय जय राम. हे राम हे राम, हे राम हे राम. जग में साचो तेरो नाम. हे राम हे राम, हे राम हे राम. तू ही बनाए तू ही बिगाड़े, तू ही बनाए तू ही बिगाड़े. इस जग में सारे काम. हे राम हे राम, हे राम हे राम. तू ही माता तू ही पिता है, तू ही माता तू ही पिता है. तू ही तो है राधा का श्याम. हे राम हे राम, हे राम हे राम.
Very nice. Come. Yeah. Come. You have a short one?
Short,
Okay.
because you gave the beginning for the poem. The whole world dances on my tongue. Ta, tai, dit, dit, tai. The dance begins. One step by Ishvara, another step by Maya. They move in harmony. Ta, tai, dit, dit, tai. The whole world begins. The word, the meaning, the pot, the clay, the chain, the gold. The world is the effect. Sat is the cause. Sat is the mother of all beings. Sat is sentient. Sat is limitless, the eternal cosmic dance. I am the choreographer. I am the dancer. I am the audience. The whole world begins on my tongue. Ta, tai, dit, dit, tai. Thank you.
Very nice. ॐ सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै. ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः. Request you to provide more clarity on the origin of the Veda. Sahayagnyāh prajāsrištva purā uvaca prajāpatihi anena prasavishyadvam eshavo tvishta kama dhuk. So, this is a verse from the Bhagavad Gita which talks about the purpose of the Veda and why the Veda was created. Veda is created by who? Bhagavan, because everything is created by Bhagavan. Veda is also created by Bhagavan as an instruction booklet to navigate this Jagat, to navigate everything starting with this body, mind, sense complex. That is why the Veda was created. And what did Bhagavan Prajapati say? Anena prasavishyadvam. Please grow through this. Please grow. And please nurture yourself, because this is the milch cow. What is a milch cow? Cow full of milch. No, I mean milk. Milk cow. But yes, for some reason they call it what? Milch cow. So it's like a cow that is ever ready to give milk or anything that you want. There is a wish fulfilling cow. What is her name? Kamadhenu. And this Kamadhenu is extremely obliging. Whatever you ask, it gives. The Veda is like Kamadhenu. Whatever you ask, it gives. You ask for things within samsara, here, take. How to, I want a floating tire so that I don't sink in samsara, here, take your lifeline. It will throw. No, I want to get out of samsara, it will throw you the Upanishad, anchor called the Upanishad. So like this, the Veda is got a certain nityatvam, meaning it will be there as long as the creation is there. This kind of a nityatvam is called pravaha nityatvam. And this nityatvam, it will be there eternally. It's a kind of a relative eternity, not an absolute eternity, that's you. And so this nityatvam, it will be there as a guide to humanity. Why not to dogs and cats? Why not to dogs? Dogs also need guidance. No, they don't. Okay, they are fine left by themselves. If we leave them alone, they are okay. This is so the Veda is for those who can make a mistake centered on the self. Dog doesn't do that. Dog is happy however it is. Dog doesn't make a mistake centered on itself. Dog doesn't say, I suddenly feel unlovable. Dog doesn't say, I have complexes. Otherwise the poodle will never come out for a walk. It will say, what have you done to me? Am I a prune tree or something? You pruned me like a tree, I'm not coming out. So it will go. In America, they have an ugly dog contest. Yes, first they have this Westminster dog show. Everything is, like this. It just goes around the circle and very tip-top, and the owner also. It's all for the owner, not for the dog. Dog could care less whether it has a degree or pedigree. It could care less. And then till the last minute the judges come, they are snipping, cutting and, filing the toenails. Ooh, okay, correct. And then, all this, it goes through an hoop, it jumps one hurdle, pirouettes around the whole circle, comes back, sits down. Owner is given the certificate with a bow on it, not the dog. If you give it to the dog, what will it do? It will assimilate it, okay? Swaha. So, then the people who didn't have good looking dogs, they said, why should we be left out? Let us have an ugly dog contest. Yeah. And all kinds of dogs are entered into this. One of them looked like this, and the other one looked like that. And one poor thing, something wrong with its mouth. The tongue was always hanging out. That is the one that got the ugliest dog prize. Yeah. And it did not rejoice. It did not get upset. It did not feel sarcastic, that people are being sarcastic. Nothing. It was in its own glory. Only humans need the Veda because we have unbridled desires. So many desires, I can't tell you. Dog will save one bone. and it will dig, bury the bone. Afterwards, poor thing forgets. It looks everywhere and then gives up. But what do the human beings do? One bone for my puppy, another bone for my puppy's puppy, another bone for my puppy's puppy, my children's children. Is that 7? I hope so. For 7 generations we are hoarding. This is why we need the Veda. How to live properly. How to live like a dog. We need to learn. How to live like a bird. Bird flies away after its children are gone. It flies away. It doesn't say, oh, so difficult it was to build this nest. I should put it up on Airbnb. Yeah. One side garden view, another side city view. Maybe some other people can come, I'm going, or maybe we should have a house exchange. I should contact some birds in South Africa and see if they have a house to spare. Maybe they are coming over here. No such thing. It trusts that whatever it needs to build the next nest, the next year, it will be provided. It hasn't done a PhD in architecture, okay? It hasn't. Just programmed. Since we are not programmed, we need guidance. So therefore the Veda is there as a ankusha, as a disciplinarian for the first part, and for the second part the same disciplinarian sets one free from the bondage of one's own notions. That is how the origin of the Veda is. How karma accounts move from one life to another when we die? Oh, this is a fun question. Aren't we that entity which moves to one life from another instead of Brahman, which never changes? If you know you are Brahman, then you also don't move. The moving is for people who don't know they are Brahman. Okay? So how does it go? So to do anything, to move something, you need a vehicle, correct? What is the vehicle? Sukshma Sharira, Sukshma body. Sthula body is left behind. Gross body is right there. It is either buried or cremated. That's all. No other possibility. Very few other possibilities. But then, so gross body is left behind for all to see. Subtle body you don't see. Subtle body is there. It becomes the plane that carries you from life to life. And in this plane, there is no charge for excess baggage. You say, I have another suitcase full of desires, please bring it on, no problem. No, I forgot, I have an obsession with here, I have another desire, bring it all on, no problem. Excess baggage, no charge, bring it all on. And then it goes to loka, it enjoys a few things, and the story is like this. If you have done a little bit of papa, bad karma, and a lot of good karma, guess what you will experience first? Yes, you will experience the bad karma first. Yudhishthira, the elder brother of Arjuna, went to heaven and was shocked to see the baddie there. Who was the baddie? Duryodhana was there, being fanned by heavenly nymphs and being peeled grapes, fed peeled grapes. Somebody is massaging his legs. Instantly standing in heaven, Yudhishthira got extremely tired and depressed to see this fellow who had done every single bad thing in the book and has reached heaven. And he said, what is this justice? Where are my people? Why I have to have this darshan, this fellow's darshan? Because you told you told a lie in the battlefield. Ashvathamo hataha. No, but I said Narova, Kunjarova, I don't know. But whether it was elephant or human being called Ashvathama, I don't know. See, he was made to say that using this megaphone. Krishna told him, say, Ashwathama has been killed. No, I can't do that. That's my teacher's son. Doesn't matter, say it. Because look, this elephant that is dying here, that died just now. Yes, what about it? Its name is Ashwathama. So then he makes a pact with Lord Krishna. He says, I'll climb on the hillock and say in this, what is it, the reverberating device, I will say, Ashwathamo hataha, Ashwathama has been killed. And then I will also say, Narova Kunjarova, whether it's a human being or the elephant, I don't know. Because see, this was a way to get to Drona, the father. The father's heart lived in the son's chest. Okay? So if the son died, the father would be gone. This was the idea. But then the poor elephant also came into play. Elephant's name was also Ashwathama. So then Lord Krishna said, yes, you can elaborate afterwards. So then as soon as he said Ashwathamo hataha, then Lord Krishna made a big noise in the battlefield so that nobody could hear Narova Kunjarova. Nobody heard. So he told one lie, correct, technically. And so for that, he had to see Duryodhana, meet him in heaven and see him feeding nice fruits by heavenly nymphs. And then what happened? Then he was told that by mistake, Duryodhana had done one good thing. See, Duryodhana loved to give out money. Not his own, other people's money. Okay, so he would show up at every yajna and he would go to the person who is giving money, snatch all the money from them and act as though he was giving. Here, would you like some more? Here, some more. Come on, take. It's wonderful, please have. And he was very hospitable when he wanted to be, very loving when he wanted to be, all for terribly nefarious, calculative purposes. But nonetheless, by mistake, he must have done something good in all this. And so for 3.5 minutes, he was given the heavenly treatment until the aforementioned trap door below opened up and then vacuumed him somewhere else to the nether world. So if you do a little bit of papa, then you will experience that first, and if you do a lot of punya, then you will experience that later. So this is the karma theory. And then what else? Yeah, so we move from one life to another. Then you move around, and then after some of the karma is gone in terms of what caused you to move within lokas, you are reincarnated. On what basis? On the basis of your strongest desire. Therefore it is told, please think of something useful. Please think of Satyam Jnanam Anantam Brahma. Please think of Bhagavan, Krishna, Rama, God in any form, any shape, doesn't matter. Think of that, because yad bhavitam tad bhavati. Whatever you wish for, that's what happens. So think of that. Don't waste your time here. But then the Indians have a trick to be able to think of God at the last minute. They name their children after God, various manifestations of God. Narayana, Vasudeva, so many things, Lakshmi, Saraswati, Parvati, Durga, all these things. And then the hope is, while I am lying in the bed on my last day, then also I try to outwit God. Who am I calling? My eldest child. And then what am I hoping? I am hoping to crash into heaven by calling my eldest child, who is also named what? Narayana. But it doesn't work. Why? Because Narayana is called Nanu at home. Okay? Pet name. So it doesn't work. And if you say Nanu, Narayana knows that's not me, that's the son. So, like this, whatever is the strongest thing that one is attracted to, one looks or gains a body in keeping with that desire. And so therefore, We are told antakale cha mameva smaran muktva kalevaram yaf prayanti samadbhavam yati na atra samshayah. There is no doubt that even at the last minute, if anybody thinks of me or is always contemplating on me, Lord Krishna says, definitely they will get me even at the last minute. Oh, but that's the last minute. Why I have to think now? What's wrong with this problem? What's wrong with this scenario? We don't know when the last minute is. We don't know if we will complete the sentence or not. So therefore, think of me at the last minute means be a contemplative person all the time. That's what it is. One more song we can have. Come. Huh? Tomorrow? Okay, tomorrow. All right. I am confused with this non-dual teaching and devotion to Sakara forms of Lord Vishnu, Chaturbhuja Rupa, etc. Incidentally, I believe I understand non-duality. Emotionally, I connect more with the personal form of God, which is Narayana. See, that's why I was talking of Narayana in my case. So how to reconcile these two? You don't have to reconcile. You don't have to reconcile. Because really speaking, non-duality, one more paradox, is through Ishvara only you can get non-duality. Ishvara is dual or non-dual? Dual, yes. Only through Ishvara, only through having... See, for us, God is not a matter for belief. And even to use the word God, we feel a certain kind of a hesitation because it's an overused word, number one, and it's been pushed down people's throat with a stick. All versions of it. And the confusing versions. God is all love. Okay, that's great, but be careful. If God is all love, why I should be careful? No, be careful. Because there is something called Judgment Day. This is in the Christian tradition. I think even in the Islamic tradition they say that. And then for us also, we say, watch out. Bhagavan has Rudra Rupa. Rudra. What is the meaning of Rudra? Rudra means Rodayati Sarvan, makes everyone cry. And then is very compassionate, gives them a hanky. Rudanam Dravayati, wipes their eyes with a hanky. Hanky Bhagavan is Rudra. So then we have this habit where when we go to the temple and we look and we say, I think Bhagavan is angry with me. Oh Lord, why are you angry with me? And yesterday you went to the temple, Bhagavan looked very pleased. Today the same Bhagavan looked how? Angry. So where is the problem? In my vision of division, not in Bhagavan. Okay? And so all the Bhagavans in all, whether North Indian style carving, South Indian style carving, they are all smiling and holding their hand like this. What does this mean? Don't fear, I am here. This is Abhaya Mudra. Don't fear, I am here. All of them are standing there. Still, seeing that, I have certain ideas. God is angry, God is upset. This is not the reality. So, but it's through personal forms alone we see the truth of ourselves as the truth of all persons and all forms and all names. And right now, till then, please enjoy your Narayana. Please enjoy your Narayana. Please worship. Please be devoted. Please be happy. There is nothing wrong. Non-dual doesn't mean, oh, I can't eat food. Why? Because it is duality. Food is separate from me. I am separate from the food. If I eat, it will just whatever. Non-duality means I shouldn't laugh because laughing is vikara, change. So I should be nirvikara. Nirvikara means what? No expression at all. No change. This is not at the level of the body. This is not at the level of the Jagat. Non-duality is a cognitive understanding. From the standpoint of the cognitive understanding, you are one with Narayana. In fact, the word Narayana itself tells that. Narasya ayanam, the goal of the human being. Narayana. It is the goal of every human being. So, from the standpoint of the body-mind sense complex, you are a bhakta. Be a jnani bhakta. You are a jnani and a bhakta. From the standpoint of the body, mind sense complex, even a jnani passing the temple will join the hands. Even the jnani will fall on the floor and do namaskara. No problem there. It's an as though. It's a role. It's a role. Because the Ācāra, the whatever are the established practices in the world, they are maintained. So you are not separate from Guru, you are not separate from Ishvara. You are not separate from Ishvara, you are not separate from Guru. Ishvaro Gururatmeti Murti Bheda Vibhagine Vyomavad Vyapta Dehaya Dakshina Murtaye Namaha. The one who shows us that these are not separate is Lord Dakshinamurti. So you get Atma Jnanam, and then you don't go hit the Guru on the shoulder and say, let's go for coffee, yo. Sup, bro? You don't do that to the Guru. You don't do that. The Ācāra is maintained. You maintain the same Ācāra. Why? Because you can afford to. It's a role that you're playing. You can afford to. And that person from whom you received the knowledge, there is a certain respect. You accord that respect, knowing fully well, I am not separate from her, I am not separate from him. That is the beauty of this. So, what is the message now? Enjoy Narayana. Don't worry about reconciling anything. You don't worry about choosing one in the end. There is nothing to choose. There are no options. And just tell Narayana, show me the truth of myself. That's all. You keep telling and Narayana will oblige. He will keep sending you to more and more retreats at Swami Dayananda ashram. Okay? Yeah. Then these all are from the same person. So let's look at something else. Okay? Can you please expand on the Vedantic understanding of clones and how this informs the question of sentience and AI? Okay, so it's in the tradition, if something is there, then it's supposed to be there, because the whole creation is what? Intelligent. It's an intelligent creation for a specific purpose, put together for a specific purpose. I will also go so far as to say that as our knowledge grows, we see that it's not only an intelligent creation, it's an infallible creation. Oh, but there is a war, that is terrible, there is greed, and people are hoarding oil, and then I don't know when is the next time I will see a gas cylinder darshan, when it will happen, I don't know. All these things aside, still it is an infallible creation. Like we saw the infallibility during the whole COVID pandemic. What choice did we have? Other than to stand 6 feet away from each other and get locked down, all the time. Before the vaccines came, everybody lived in fear and everybody became a Vedantin. Guru started to come to your house. Oh, how? Through Zoom. Before that, nobody even knew Zoom. And COVID created so many students of Vedanta, I am telling you. That's why I've changed its name to Karuna virus, not coronavirus. Karuna virus. Karuna means compassion. So therefore, if it's an infallible creation and we only see the fallibility, that means we do not have the wherewithal to see what is there. We do not have the wherewithal to see the whole thing. Even, what's his name? Arjuna in the 11th chapter, to see the whole thing, he needed a new pair of Google glasses. Yeah. Divyam dadami te chakshuhu. He was given a new pair of eyes to be able to see the cosmic form of the entire universe, along with the along with Ishvara. And so therefore, this is a very important thing to understand, that if cloning is here and it's possible, and if what else, AI is here, it is a possibility, then it is meant to be here. Otherwise it wouldn't be here. Number one. Secondly, even though we keep saying Kali Yuga, Kali Yuga, Kali Yuga, actually these are all signs of Dvapara Yuga. The next Yuga that is going to come is Dvapara Yuga. And the guru of Swami Paramahamsa Yogananda, who went to the states, etc., his guru was Sri Yukteswara Giri. And Sri Yukteswara Giri was a great mathematician. And he calculated and said, we are already in Dvapara Yuga. He made the whole calculation. And he said, we are not in Kali Yuga, we have just come to the Sandhi, means the, what is that, the joint of the cusp. Thank you. That's a much nicer way of saying. The cusp of Dvapara Yuga. And I had showed Pujya Swamiji his book of calculations, and Pujya Swamiji went through it and said, yes, he is correct, he is right. He is absolutely right. And it is, and we can see, drones. Drones and all are Dvapara. Dvapara means it's very fast, everything is fast. You can read minds in the pinnacle of Dvapara Yuga. You can teleport, you can do telekinesis. Everybody has a few siddhis. Siddhis become just meh, what is there to talk about? Yeah. You can teleport from here to dining hall. I can teleport myself to the dining hall of 2 ashrams away. Okay, like this it will be at some point. So this drone, and then all the gadgets are getting smaller and smaller and smaller. Have you noticed that? See how the first computer was? It was just like one stone Ganesha. Huge, big. And then each thing, the memory was, even though it was so big, the memory was so small. Then you needed something called floppy disk, and you needed 1,000 of them. And each one you would label and put and then go in, and then it was so slow. It was a behemoth. And you can't even think about it. Now if you go, you can see it in the computer museum. How big it was. The first IBM, it was huge. And now it is all what? In pocket size. It's in the phone. Everything is in the phone. Tiny things. And if you see James Bond movies, everything is in a pen. That pen will, fly also and take one message and write it and come back. It will be like that. So this is all Dvapara Yuga material. AI also is the next Yuga after Kali Yuga, which is a better Yuga, Dvapara Yuga. Artificial intelligence. That's why I call it AI, another Ishvara. That is what I say. It is also a manifestation of Bhagavan. It is also a manifestation of Ishvara. So this is what we are not opposed to it. We are not opposed to it. Of course, there are limits to the usage, and if everything can be used for the best or for the worst. So if you use AI to doctor images of somebody and get them into trouble, that is what? Papa. Your own bad karma. If anybody does that, it's there, it's on them. But if it is used for gaining advances in difficult surgeries for children or adults or whatever, then we are not against that. There is nothing to be against. It is all about seeing what is. What is our definition of God. Our definition of God is what is. So all that is here is non-separate from Ishvara. And 2 more questions are there. Jnana Yoga teaches that knowledge alone is sufficient for liberation. And texts like Ashtavakra Gita emphasize this. In the current era with AI, ChatGPT providing clear and insightful answer most of the time, better and precise than human teacher or Swami. So can a person treat such AI as their guru and attain Jivan Mukti or Moksha through it? High time this question came. Yeah. I'm wondering why it came so late. No. Oh, you're saying that because you want to be employed. I will say yes and no. Because, it's hard, because the thing is, yes, let's say you have a lot of Shraddha and you say AI, Namaha, you're just sort of, doing Ashtotra of AI. And then you have all the correct, what's its name, accoutrements, Shraddha, Titiksha, Samadhanam, Viveka, Vairagya, calm mind, forbearance, and lot of reverence to AI and the computer through which it's coming, or Chat GPT. You have a lot of reverence. And then you ask it questions and it responds. Some of the Vedanta answers are pretty impressive, let me tell you that. Pretty impressive. I didn't expect that, but then some of the answers are very impressive. But it has its limits. Suppose the Chat GPT that you have made your guru has been programmed by a Swami who is an enlightened being, then it will have better results, because basically that version of the AI would be just a clone of the Swami that you are surrendering to. Correct? That's very, very interesting. But more often than not, what the AI is programmed to do is cull information from famous Swamis. It sees, oh, this person has a huge following. Okay, let's take 50% from this one. Oh, and this person was very well known, Swami Dayananda, no longer in the body. Okay, there are some of his teachers, let's take a few percentage from them. Or let's be very easy and what's the word for it, fair. So let's take a little bit from each sampradaya and then present the answer. It is good for a generally curious jignasa, a kind of a intellectual curiosity. What is Vedanta? What is Jivan Mukti? How can I get moksha? Etc. etc. But if you are serious about this knowledge, AI will lead you to a live guru. You will find a live guru, and then you will use the same AI perhaps to find a live guru, and then because the answers you will outgrow, because your jignasa will make you outgrow the whatever the answers it is giving. Okay, because that is how it works. So yeah, maybe you can get some answers, but I don't know if you can attain Jivan Mukti. When you attain, come and tell us. Okay. Yeah. Will the final destination of the Nishkama Karma Yogi, Ajnana Yogi and the Bhakti Yogi will be different? Well, yes. The final destination will be different because the final destination depends on two things. Whether you have Atmajnanam or not. Atmajnanam is gained by exposure to the knowledge of the self. Bhakti and Karma Yoga are important sadhanas like the wheels of the chariot, and the Jnana Yoga is what, is the destination. So they are indirect, auxiliary, what are they? Accompaniments to the primary sadhana, which is Shravanam. We have to understand this. Because they all cannot lead to the same goal, because they cannot be compared. One is the preparation, the other one is the reason for which the preparation was done. So you cannot, this question is like asking whether high school diploma or college degree or PhD, will they all lead to the same kind of job opportunity? No. Why? Because without getting a college degree, you cannot do a PhD. Without getting a high school degree, you cannot go to college. Each one is dependent on the other. So, without Karma Yoga, you cannot get Atmajnanam. And so, but Atmajnanam is what relieves you. So, Karma Yoga is an auxiliary sadhana for Atmajnanam, so that one is emotionally matured, mentally prepared to receive the knowledge of the self. Then last one, what's the importance of the role of music, or particularly singing bhajan in Advaita Vedanta, as it helps to grow in bhakti? This you will find out tomorrow, because every Saturday we have a totally musical evening. So please come, you can also contribute, you can also sing, and then you can enjoy the bhajans. We will have it right here. We will have some noise makers also, so you can take and make some noise. All right, yeah. So tomorrow you will find out. We are not against, Advaitins are easy going. We are not against anything. Yeah. Sab chalta hai. But you have to know that it's all in service of something. That bhakti is for the clearance in the heart and for a certain kind of a immersion. To be able to see that oneness. It is kind of nice. All right? Yeah. More we'll see tomorrow. Om Purnamadav Purnamidam Mevavashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om.